so that children get ample of time to pursue their hobbies and passion. Yes, we conduct authentic and summative assessment to check the progress of the child. We have top quality teacher, and this is one of the benefit for being as for being an online schooling, because we get the best teachers from across India. So our teachers are from Goa, Calcutta, Hyderabad, and from very own Mumbai. The subjects which we offer are mathematics, science, English, social studies, computers, arts, and language like Hindi. This year, we have planned that we'll introduce German and French as a language. The co-curricular subjects which we offer are life skills, entrepreneurship, SDG, which are integrated in all our subjects, business studies, and public speaking. So once you enroll with us, once you enroll in Golden Sparrow, you get PDFs for self studies, and the same books are available on Amazon so that you can have a physical book as well. So videos are uploaded on YouTube and Google Drive in case you miss the class. So the boards which we follow are in pre-primary, we follow early education. From grade 1 to 8, as I said, we follow Cambridge Learning Outcome. And grade 9th and 10th, we follow NIOS, which is National Institute of Open Schooling, and it is completely recognized by Government of India. Yes, Golden Sparrow is a fun school. So we conduct lot of activities, and we call international guests as well. So we have conducted sports day completely online. We have called a stock market analyst. Then we had a doodling session with Garishma Vora. Then we celebrated Law Day and International Tea Day, wherein the children made different types of tea. If you wanted to reach us, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and reach us on www.hubschooling.com. So that's all about Golden Sparrow. Now let me introduce the speaker of the day. So she is Aparna Himjal. She hails from Mumbai. She is a JJ School of Art alumni and have been painting since her childhood. She is a handwriting analyst, and she works with a lot of children to help them enhance their personalities through their handwriting, which is based on a science of graphology. She is also an environmentalist. She loves plants and teach the art of terrarium making. Terrarium are miniature garden made in a glass bowl. I can completely vouch for it because one of the terrarium was gifted to me by Aparna ma'am. And I could say that this is the most beautiful thing you can have it at home. She is also a part of Golden Sparrow, and she takes painting for higher grades. So, Aparna ma'am, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Shazia ma'am. And good evening, everyone. Before I start with my PPT, I would like to share my journey with Golden Sparrow. It's been 3 years, and it's a beautiful journey. I have always been encouraged by Daud sir, Shazia ma'am, Shabana ma'am, and I have been able to express myself through my arts by teaching the children. So I'm very glad to be here in this Golden Sparrow family. I'll just share my PPT. What else I would like to share about Golden Sparrow is that they gave me the freedom to make art lively for the children, not to follow the boring syllabus, which in my days I have followed, I have seen my children follow in their school. But we have gone on and made things like the children going out in nature, creating things out of objects from the nature. We have made clay in the class, though it is online. We have successfully done this. The children have thoroughly enjoyed, and I think Golden Sparrow is a level, I mean, it's a great level of learning for every child. Our topic for today is painting as a subject. But before that, I would like to share why painting is so important for every child. Now, we all know that our brain has two parts, the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain. The left side talks about the analytical brain, the organizing brain, the problem solving brain, and the right side of the brain is the abstract brain, which relates to creativity, imagination, out of the box thinking. Now, for the overall development of a child, it is very important for both parts of the brain to be developed equally. Now, this is where art comes into picture. Now, how does art help children? It helps children in developing certain skills. We can talk about cognitive skills. That is, when a child decides to create a painting, he thinks about how he is going to paint it, how he is going to sketch the base. Then he is going to think about what colors to mix and how to go about painting. So, all this is helping in developing his mental abilities. Encourage creativity. Creativity is an expression for the child to bring out his unique and own idea into the world. By using different medium, by using different tools and materials, the child is able to express himself. Here the parents should allow the child to use variety of materials and tool to create and give them the freedom and the time to create whatever they want to create. Art is also for self expression. Now, when it comes to self expression, there are some children who are unable to talk, but when you see their art speaks volumes. This is this helps them in dealing with the day to day stress of life, and also it helps them in their self esteem, their self respect, and allows them to appreciate others' art. Physical skills. When a child is able to play with different things like paint with a crayon or paint with his fingers or maybe play with clay or even you can say chapati dough or mud, anything that the child is using his hands, and here his physical skills are getting developed. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up. Now, when you think about your own child, as he was about a year old, what did he first do? Did he pick up a pen to solve a maths problem? Or did he use a crayon and he painted his own little world, that is the walls of his house, with different scribbles and whatever art which was only understood by him? And how many of us have encouraged that child to do the same without curbing him, without putting restrictions? You can't paint here, you can't paint that. I have seen parents who have allowed children to paint on the walls and they have been proud that the child has created something beautiful. And I have seen the different level of confidence in these children. They are very expressive. They have the freedom to express, and there is a different level of confidence in them. So, for parents, I would request you all to let the children create with different material and do not limit them with methods or material. Now, as we move on to NIOS painting for the 10th grade, here the painting is divided into theory, practical, portfolio, and TMA. The theory consists of 30 marks and there are only 9 chapters. The practical, the child will have to make 3 to 4 paintings out of the given topics, and he has to make a portfolio which will consist of 10 marks, and also TMA, that is tutor mark assessment, that is of 10 marks, where the child is given the topics, given the questions, and he has to open the book and copy the answers from them. It's very easy. It's extremely easy to solve a painting subject in NIOS. Now, if you see the format, there are 7 1-mark questions, 7 2-mark questions, and 3 3-mark questions. So this is how the entire format of theory is divided. It is a subjective. The material is easily available on NIOS website, textbooks, top guide, and also the previous year's papers. The practical, the child has to make 3 topics out of the following: object and nature study, that is the sketches of various objects. Now, when I talk about objects, it could be anything from the house. It could be a lampshade, it could be a vase, it could be as simple as a pencil box or a glass, and flowers and vegetables. Here, the stepwise process is taught to them, and it is very easy and very basic. So the child doesn't have to worry too much. Human and animal or bird figure, composition, wherein he may have to make a scenery or a freehand drawing of geometrical design or compositions.
Aparna ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. Shiza has some question, I think so. But Shiza will take the question later on, after the presentation.
Yes. Okay, we just spoke about the practical. Now let's talk about the portfolio. Now, when it comes to portfolio, there are 12 paintings which have to be submitted by January. So you have almost 7 months to complete this portfolio. The topics are already given. So mostly the topics revolve around object and nature study, human, animal, and bird figure, compositions, and folk art. Now the folk art contains Madhubani painting, Varli, Kalamkari, and Gond art. So here the child, all these topics are taught in the class. So every week one new topic is taught to the child. Now all the child has to do is go home, complete the work, whatever is taught to her, complete it, and maybe practice 1 or 2 paintings more. So in a week, not more than 2 or 3 paintings the child has to practice. By the end of December, he is ready with the portfolio. Now, when it comes to portfolio, it is an art portfolio. So we have to see to it that the cover is also very nice and decorative. So the child can go ahead and use his or her imagination, stick different decorative things on the cover and make it look really attractive. All this will be counted in the marks. Teachers are there to guide, so not to worry at all. Now this is a Varli painting. You can see how simple and easy it is. Art is a process and not a product. Now, what I mean by saying is that it's a process of exploring, discovering, and experimenting. And the final product, what the child makes, is not as important as how he has gone through the process. Now, when it comes to allotment of marks, the weightage of marks will be more where the process is concerned and not the final output. So if the child has followed the procedure properly, and even if his artwork does not look very nice, now many children have this fear that they don't want to take painting because they feel that they are not good. And as we mentioned earlier, every child is born artist. He was born, he started with painting. So there is nothing like he will not know. Only thing is he just has to get into the process of creating, and after some time he will get used to it and it will be very easy. And NIOS topics are extremely easy to make. Now when I talk about the procedure, If you can see the circle which is drawn on the left hand side, it is a simple circle. But when the light and shadow effect is given on this circle, you can see it has transformed into a sphere. It looks a three-dimensional figure. First, it was just a two-dimensional flat drawing, and now it is a sphere. So if the child follows this procedure, there is no ways that he is going to lose the marks. Now here again, if you see, there are few objects which are asked to be sketched, like a cube, a cone, a cylinder, and a sphere. So only sketching this object is not complete, but he has to go through the process of the light and shadow effect. So once the light and shadow is given, the objects look completely different, as you can see on the right hand corner. And the object drawing, as I was talking about, will include things like vase, brushes, boxes, books. See, this is a simple way of going through the process. Now, when it comes to theory, the theory is divided into 3 modules. The module 1 consists of introduction of Indian art, that is history and appreciation of art from 3000 BC to 18th century. So all the art, now at that particular time there were no artists named, but different monuments were there. Example is the Ajanta Ellora caves. And you can see this figure over here. These are some metal objects which were made years back. We thought that we are modern, but actually they were more modern than us. So it is very interesting to learn about the history and appreciation of art. Module 2 consists of introduction of the Western art. So here we will talk about the famous artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Vincent van Gogh, Pablo Picasso, etc. Now here we have only 3 lessons. And we also learn about the different art forms which were revolutionary. These artists have gone beyond the regular syllabus of art and created something different. And the module 3 consists of contemporary Indian art, where artists like M.F. Hussain, Raja Ravi Verma, Amrita Shergill, they have been influenced by these Western art, but they have gone ahead of that and created something different, and that is their unique style. Now, cracking the NIOS theory again is very simple. I will just show you. Suppose you have to talk about this dancing girl. So the child anyways is going to read the lesson, and what he can do is he can just make a short summary. Like here the figure is there, and you can just see that the description is given of every part of the figure. So if the child is asked that describe the dancing girl, so all these keywords are already mentioned here, and since he has already read the lesson, he is able to make sentences around these keywords. It becomes very easy. Another tip which I can give is there are only 9 topics. So if you just take 1 week per lesson, you are able to divide the entire lesson into these many days, and you can thoroughly complete the lesson in 1 week. And you can create flow charts, you can create summaries like this, and keep it ready. Make it simple, but at the end of the day, when you just look at this summary, you are able to answer any question, whether it's a 1-mark question, 2-mark question, or a 3-mark question. Now, in our previous year, the 10th batch, most of the children have got beyond 70 and 75 marks in arts. And this is Farhana Patel, who has scored a 98 in painting. So that is commendable. And as I said, it is not difficult to score marks easily in NIOS painting subject. So I would really encourage all the parents to take NIOS as a subject. Even my son, I have moved him from ICSE board to the NIOS board, and he had also taken painting. And because of painting, his marks have increased. His overall percentage has increased. That's it from my side. And now I'm ready to take the questions.
So, Aparna ma'am, I think so. Shiza Amna had raised her hand.
Yes,
Okay.
Shiza.
I think so. She just left. Mm, So, Aparna ma'am will end the session over here. Okay.
Okay.
I uh, I don't think so. Anybody has any questions? Mm,
Dawood sir has just joined in.
yeah. So we'll end the session over here. Aparna ma'am, is it all right? Anybody has any question? They can just raise their hand. Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Zainab.
So we'll end the session over here. First of all, I would like to extend my thanks to the audience for joining this session because your presence make a difference. It encourages us to curate more such sessions which will benefit others in a society as a whole. Then I would like to extend my gratification to Aparna ma'am for taking such a lovely session, and I'm sure that all the parents have benefited from today's session. And on this last note, I would like to end the session. Take a resolution to become better each day than what you were yesterday. On this, I end the session. Take care and bye bye.
Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone.
Welcome. Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.
everybody.
Bye.
Have
Bye
a nice
bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
day.
Bye, ma'am.
Aparna ma'am, you can stop the recording.
Yeah, I'm just doing that.